Can Trump do this? Can he come in and tell states that he's going to take over and end mail-in ballots and other ballot situations in each and every state? That's what we're going to go over. And I want you to make sure that you watch every bit of it, because you're going to feel 100% better. If you don't, you're going to be stressing out over stupid shit. Okay, so let's go. I'm Darren Monroe. I got 30 years branding experience, and at the same time, I used to work on Kamala Harris's campaign on the engagement team. And what we're going to talk about is what Trump is trying to do right now. He's trying to get inside your heads. In fact, I talk about this in my Clarity group live tonight on Tuesday. You definitely want to get in here. Every Tuesday is Narrative Warfare. Click the link in my description or the link in my homepage and join my Clarity group. Here's the deal. Trump is scared. He's very scared. He's scared about what's happened with Epstein. He hasn't been able to shake that. He's not going to be able to shake that. His biggest fear about Epstein right now, and this is something very few people think about. I'm the only one on the web who said it. He's worried for his sons. You might say his sons, what they'd have to do it? Because there's a society that exists. In fact, on the back end of my Clarity group, I also talk about it. I got a 2-part report talking in depth about the Epstein Society. The 3rd part is coming this week. Here's the thing. There is a in-depth society that has existed for over 100 years in America and abroad. And it's gotten more and more contextually sophisticated with planes and boats and trains, both in the legal area, the gray area, and the black market area. And it's going to reveal his family in ways he doesn't want revealed. Because the truth is that reveal is showing exactly everybody in that society, not just his sons. But the problem is, if he lets the real list come out of people in that society, they could tell on him, they could tell on his sons, and how they're involved with that. The idea is that there's 4 things being moved. There's money, there's guns, there's drugs, and there's women and men. There are, girls and boys, sex trafficking. And he's worried about that. Big time. So how does he throw you off his worry with that? I'll tell you how, ladies and gentlemen. He brings up the fact that he's going to change mail-in ballots and try to take the 2026 election. But we already knew he was going to do that, right? Right? So you freaked out. He's going to take over the election. Here's the number one question. Can he do it? And here's the answer from every legal scholar out there. Fuck no. He can't do it. And he knows he can't do it. Think about this. His current court record of temporary injunctions, permanent injunctions, case rulings, both state and national, is 18 and 109. So that means he's only won 18. He's lost 109. Why is nobody talking about that? It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. He's playing a mindset game out of your understanding. You get it? When you understand that he is nothing but an apparition, a shadow, a ghost that can't even hurt anybody, in the moment he becomes irrelevant to people, the better you feel. The goal that I even have in this Clarity group is to contextually take you from chaos to clarity and calm and peace. And you understand that you have to have patience. We are running a marathon. They are running a sprint. And they're hoping you get in the sprint mode instead of marathon mode. And what I'm telling you is calm down and take it easy. Because this mother sucker is not going to be able. I can't believe I said mother sucker. I said that. That was cool. I'm going to get you, sucker. Mother sucker. Fool. No, this guy is not going to be able to do this. He can't. He doesn't have the legal rights in any way, and states are not going to give up their rights. Even red states are not going to give up their rights like that. It's not going to happen. Ooh, Trump said bend over. Not every red state's going to go for that. They're not going to be cucks. They're not going to give up their power. I know. You look at Texas and it's frustrating. Governor Hot Wheels, as Jasmine Crockett calls him. I love that name. Governor. And I'm not making fun of disabled people. I am not. But only Jasmine could go on that. She is wrong. Here's the thing. Basically, what he's doing is expecting people to roll over just like everybody else. And I'm telling you, it ain't happening. The reason it ain't happening is because, well, there's some definite things that make this clear on why it ain't happening. Number one, he is not in a position to change state laws. Because if he was in a position to change state laws, somebody would be a felon in New York. If this mic was connected, I'd drop it. He can't do shit. He can't. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Stop freaking out over this monstrous foolishness that he comes up with. It's the latest foolishness that he comes up with. Binge watch all my content. Seriously, binge watch the last 10, 20 videos. You will be sitting there laughing, smiling, and feel 1,000% better. Go over to my playlist. You'll see the game that he has, the grifts and all the crazy stuff he's doing. What I'm trying to get you to understand is this guy here is not going to be able to do what he wants to do walking in. He can't. No. Not happening. So what I'm saying to all of you is that what we have to do when he comes up with this foolishness is say, oh, Epstein, you want us to forget the gerrymandering wars? You want us to forget the big, beautiful BS bill that we're fighting to make sure that it never comes out and takes all these strikes away from Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security benefits, veterans benefits, and staff benefits? We're not falling for this crap because we know what you're up to. We know your game. And we also know that you're trying to do us in. When you know that, you don't freak out. That's why you go from chaos to clarity in that context so that you are calmer. That's what this is about. He's going to try more outrageous stuff to pull away from Epstein. But there's a society. Wait till I get to part 3 this week when I start talking about the spiritual connection, the spiritual networks in the Epstein society. But I got the first 2 reports in there already, along with how you can basically figure out that there are 8 different investigations happening in his administration. The election fraud. These are some of the things I'm talking about. Kamala Harris's pathway to presidency is located under products. If you go under there, you can see it when you join the Clarity group. But in the meanwhile, binge my content, connect with me. I'm telling you, this is no-go. He's not going to be able to pull this off. Now, I want to talk to you about something else for the rest of this time. And I want to talk to you about what he's going to do on the weekend and what his plan is. This is the Trump way. Trump's whole thing is, let's come in, stress you the hell out, and do this every beginning and end of the week. If he can do this, he knows he's going to win. Because the most wealthiest thing he has is not his billions of dollars in assets or billions of dollars in cash. The wealthiest thing he has is the space he rents in the minds of people, which is by 100 million plus, for free. So the space he rents in the minds of people for free. We got to evict them. And that's what I talk about tonight in my Clarity Group Live. I do lives every Saturday and Tuesday. You should get in. The idea is you got to get out of this man's thinking block. You got to get away. You got to get away. Because the only way you'll feel free and understand what's going on is that there are people around you who are alarmists, who are running all up in your head with BS. And unfortunately, these are people who are supposed to be on the left side, alarmists. Oh, everything's bad. Everything is horrible. This is how everything is. No. No. Calm down, then calm down. It'll be all right. We'll make it through this. It'll be all right. We're going to be okay. But understand what okay means. Okay means we're going through a fucked up phase of our lives right now with this man as president. And that we have to go through a little more just to make it through these 3.5 years. And the 2026 elections will not be stolen. He doesn't have the right to take over the votes. We have to fight back. And we fight back by staying in touch with our Congress every week. We fight back. And I know it's frustrating for those in red states as much as blue states. We fight back by joining the ACLU, by joining indivisible.org. But we also fight back by protecting our peace. Because understand, just like planting crops, I keep telling people, planting crops. I remember Jim Rome, the late, great Jim Rome, talked about this, cultivation. He used to say it like this, cultivation. He said it like that. Now, if you don't know who Jim Rome is, that's the mentor to Tony Robbins, Les Brown, and pretty much everybody who's famous right now. Big mentor, great guy. And he said cultivation. And that's what we're missing in this process. We have to have cultivation because we play in the long game. Like I said, we're in a marathon, they're in a sprint. And we know in the long game, these mother suckers, yeah, I said it again, mother sucker, like from the 70s, mother sucker, sucker fool. But these mother suckers are trying to play the short game, run the short game on everybody. They're tyranny with the time clock. But the time clock is running out. They only have so long. And what they do is, over the next 6 months, is desensitizing a group of people to their bullshit. Some people say it in a negative way. They say, oh, they're desensitizing troops coming in town so they can take over. I see it in another way. I believe they're desensitizing, and they may be doing that. They may be thinking that. But the way I think about it is, I grew up black in black neighborhoods, both good, high-end black neighborhoods, middle class, and the ghetto. All right? Auburn Gresham, look it up, Chicago, it ain't no joke. Here's the thing. I've been in the good neighborhoods, the bad neighborhoods, South Side, Chicago. And I'm telling you right now, I'm trying to break it down to you. After a while, when you have police come in there and terrorize you repeatedly, you get desensitized to that when they show up. So when you see National Guards show up, it's like, especially when nothing's going on. It's like, it ain't like it's the riots or anything. It's like, what they here for? They're asking that their damn selves. What they here for? The alarmism of the right is, ooh, the blue cities are destroying the world, blah. And they look like fools every time they do it. So let them send them. I think it's a blessing. Let's go. All it does is kick up the protests. Let's go. But don't be freaked out by this. We're going to make it through this. And understand that his grab for the election box is ridiculous, along with everything else. It is a distraction, and it's him trying to be more of him. And we say, hey, the more he is, great, because believe it or not, he is losing, and he's losing control. We're going to be all right, everybody. Hang in there. join my group, my Clarity group, link in the description bio, and watch my next video and watch my previous 10 videos. You'll love it. And look at my playlist. You'll love that too.